Hello everyone, my name is Lightning. I stole that intro from Markiplier, and welcome to the first video I'm going to post, which is a reaction. And I'm not gonna make you wait and hold another day to get the next video, the gameplay video. Don't worry, I'm not doing this for you. I'm just doing it because I would like to record my own thoughts on the stuff, and decided that making a YouTube video is the best way to do that. So, you might not know this, but I actually recently started playing Helldivers 2. And because of that, I will now watch these videos and react to them. Starting with the deep dive on Castell's Creed. Here we go.
Diese Chia-Tat mit Cespri Green Kiwis schmeckt nicht nur wahnsinnig gut, sondern kann auch deinen Darm unterstützen.
There you can see with my... Oh wow, that is strong.
This update comes with a new legendary warbond,
together with Games Workshop and Warhammer 40,000. Since we're all Warhammer fans, it was really important to us to get this warbond right, and I really think we nailed it.
We know that a lot of Helldivers 2 players are also huge Warhammer fans. That includes me. So making sure that all of the Warhammer related items fit into Helldivers 2 was super important.
When picking the theme for this legendary warbond, Acadia and Kazakin instantly came to mind.
But
they're humanity's finest,
will
elite
probably
soldiers,
be in
just
the
like the
future.
Helldivers are told that they are.
The bolt pistol and meltagun in particular are iconic to the Warhammer.
Hold on,
universe.
a
They've
bot
shown
on
up in
an...
artwork and writing
Since
for as
when
long as I
are
can
bots
remember,
on
and getting
Oasis
them right is
planets?
therefore very important to us.
Out of all of the items, the Melta Mine is a bit special to us, because it's the first time you will see the Melta Mine in action. Over the years, I painted several different Kazakin models, and it's a great honor to adopt our own version for Helldivers.
This has been great fun for us, so we'll hope you'll enjoy it the next time you drop into a mission.
Saker 17 says already out. Okay.
PlayStation.
Okay. Okay, that seems to be the next video, so let's just continue with that.
Welcome to another patch note reading here at Arrowhead Game Studios. He's Lennart Holmgren.
And he's Niklas Malmborg.
And let's dig into it. So, time for another batch of patch notes.
Yes.
As we are in the Void of Liberty 7.00. We can start with the big highlights before we go into balancing and fixes.
Sounds like a good start.
Let's talk about the Thief.
Beloved blueberries.
Okay. So apparently they call him Thief. I like SCAF more.
Blueberries indeed. Now, the Helldivers will be able to get the support of the Super Alarmed Forces while in battle. And the system is made so it works in all the missions.
I actually already played a bit of Helldivers since this dropped, so I already know about this. The new SCAF. It's really cool.
And they also come with new shiny gear.
I hope also with new AI, because I remember it being a pain when doing missions where SCAF troops were on the battlefield. They do almost nothing. Their guns were basically useless. They kept throwing grenades, which only blew us up, and they'd run into fire the entire time, dying and costing you requisition slips. You couldn't use a single turret or anything else when there were SCAF troops anywhere nearby. It was just so annoying. I hope they changed that.
Upgraded.
Yes. So we have medics.
Aha, my favorite.
Your favorite, indeed.
Medics, yeah.
Speaking as the medic you are.
Yeah, exactly.
And they will have machine guns and some demolitions, etc. They also have new upgraded better behavior where they like how much should we let you find on yourself, but try hugging them.
I must admit I have helped them out and stimmed them a bit myself, even though it was a bit wasteful maybe, but it felt good.
And
Helping them out.
it will feel even better now
Okay.
because of better
I
new,
didn't know you
shiny
could
behavior.
stim them.
Nice.
Hold on,
will
did they
also-
just throw a grenade into a bug nest? Okay, this is amazing.
use cover.
Mhm.
They will help you take outposts and bases.
Do some friendly fire maybe?
Friendly, it's never happened.
Never happened, okay.
Happened. But yes, of course.
Yeah.
They are not always the best at aim.
Yeah.
Next up, we have level cap increase, which we have mentioned before.
Yeah. A lot of players are at 150, so
Yeah. Now you will have up to level 300,
nice.
which will take a very long time to reach.
How long? Approximately?
So 150 takes for many people around 500 hours ish. 300 will take maybe 3,500, 4,000 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
That's nice. And how does it work if I've been 150 for a while and still played?
You've like always accumulated experience, and all of that is saved.
So
And
like the last time,
Yeah.
you will get all the ranks.
Yep.
Okay,
You will.
my levels.
You will. If you're level 150.
They have an accent, don't they? I'm not quite sure where it's from, but it doesn't sound like actual like British or American English. At least not the kind I know. Like it's not New York, which I gotta say, the best English there is. Actually, funnily enough, even when looking at history, because the British Empire actually spoke English, but they didn't speak British English. See, they colonized America, and America then used their English, but then those who were left on Great Britain decided they were going to change their dialect in order to distinguish themselves from the Americans, and the Americans never did that. And of course, there's like Texas and stuff where it's like la 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 la. But New Yorker English is the most historically accurate English, by the way. So to everyone is always like, oh, historically accurate is important. There you go. American English is more historically accurate.
You will probably log in and be something more.
Yeah.
Depending on
Dependent on how much you play.
depending on how much you play.
Yeah, exactly.
We've had a good laugh, a good time with the
Naming.
the namings.
Yeah, exactly.
So
all the new level ranks and stuff like that.
so enjoy.
And icons. This is also a thing we talked about, that we're increasing the emote wheel from 4 to 8. We added so many emotes now, so it's, you kind of want to...
Why not?
We do have the random one, but you don't want to make it up to chance every time, but yeah. So now you can at least
Now you
have
have the
few
random
more.
and 7 others.
Exactly, you can put the random in many places. No. Yeah, so that's nice to have more options if you want to have more emotes down on the battlefield.
I'm an emote player, so
Yeah.
I love it.
The assisted reload. The original intent for the assisted reload was that it was supposed to be more of a tactical, cooperative, a pretty high complex cooperative experience where you needed a dedicated loader with its own backpack.
Okay, so I'm guessing they're talking about the team reloads. I have been thinking that there's a that you need to change something there, because usually you just put on your backpack and take the weapon. Like the same person has it, then you just take it from your back and put it in, because that's just the fastest way to do it, and you don't need to worry about there being someone else to load. So I hope whatever they're going to say is going to make team reloads more useful.
Yeah.
And with how the game has evolved and so forth, we evaluated it doesn't really work with how fast the game is right now, and it's a bit too punishing. If you have the backpack, I have the weapon, and you run away, and then I can't reload at all and stuff like that.
So now you just have to carry the weapon and the backpack, and someone can just run up to you and then interact and start assisting reloading.
Yeah. So if either the weapon wielder or the reloader has the correct backpack, you can reload.
And if you have a backpack that fits his weapon and he has a backpack, I think you will start with taking from your backpack, and then you will take from the shooter's backpack.
So you have a lot of ammo.
You can get a lot of ammo.
So that's pretty cool.
It's supposed to promote cooperative play.
Yeah, it's one of the cool.
Okay, but I haven't noticed that apparently, probably because I haven't had a team reload ever. But it does seem like it's actually faster when someone else is doing the reloading. Probably because you don't need to sit down.
Most features we have, so it would be, we want it to be used more.
We did also change a little bit of how it works. So now when you interact and you go into the mode, if the person being reloaded, the one with the weapon, walks around or jogs around, you will move with him. You can break it and run away from there or dive or something. And he can too. If the one with the weapon starts running, you will disconnect.
Yeah.
So the system should be more stable.
Just an update with some icons in the loadout. For weapon that requires a backpack to either reload or just fire.
Just has a backpack.
Yeah. So the weapons that have a dedicated backpack or weapons that you can't reload that are expendable, they have their own icon. So expendable weapons have the drop weapon icon, and the weapons that need a backpack have a small backpack icon on it.
Yeah, so it's the normal icon as it used to have, and then another icon
a small little one in the upper right corner.
We put an icon in your icon.
Exactly. Hopefully that will help a bit with planning and knowing when you drop down, so you know that you have a weapon that need a backpack or stuff like that. So you don't pick a backpack and a weapon that need a backpack.
Like when you're trying to take the commando or the spear.
Yes.
Yeah, that is something. That's one reason why I like backpack weapons so much, actually. Because that way, instead of needing to get a support weapon and a backpack, which takes up 2 stratagem slots, so half of all the ones you have, you only need 1. And yes, in a lot of scenarios at least, a support weapon and a backpack differently are probably stronger than a backpack support weapon. However, you are also gaining a stratagem which balances it out. Like, would you rather have an epoch and a rover, for example? Or would you rather have a recoilless rifle and have a mortar sentry? What would you prefer? Oh, sorry for that.
And which one did I get now?
Yeah, exactly. So then you will see this is the commando, this is the spear.
Yes. When
you drop down from a higher height and don't go into ragdoll but land on your feet, you have
we call it heavy landing.
Heavy landing. Yeah. Very descriptive. So
you were stuck for too long.
Yeah,
right?
It felt a bit too long for removing the player agency for too long. So we decreased it with 40% roughly. The intent is that it should still feel like it is a heavy landing.
That feels a tiny bit too fast.
But it shouldn't remove your control for more than a second.
Yeah. 40% more action movie.
40% more.
The last patch, we did do that when you reloaded, we saved the input for a short amount of time.
So reload input smoothing. Now we have that functionality for stim as well. So if you, for instance, ragdoll or something you really want to stim and it's not an allowed action, you can press the stim button and it will remember it for a short time, and then when you...
I think it's like 2 seconds.
Yeah, something like that.
That is very good.
Sometimes you can like mistime it, so you ragdoll, you're about to get up, you press the stim,
Exactly.
and then like, oh, you couldn't really do it yet.
So you need to press it again.
Yeah.
So now you only need to press it one time, and then when it's allowed, it will trigger. Ammo for the short magazine attachments and the secondaries.
Like taking a drum mag, you get a little bit worse ergonomics, you get a longer reload time. When you took a short mag, you get less rounds, a little bit better ergonomics,
a bit faster
reload. Yeah. But that wasn't deemed as good enough.
Yeah, it wasn't that much of a benefit compared to the larger capacity.
Yeah, so we deemed that like, okay, that's fair. Have more then.
Yes. So we increased a lot of spare mags.
I've noticed that with my
for the short
I
mags.
think it's called
It is also a
Redemptor.
thing with the short mags. I guess if you do the tactical reloads, you will also save more ammo because you usually don't throw away as many rounds. But in like the total ammunition will be more if you take a short mag. So you have another benefit of picking the short mags. So for the Liberator variants, they have increased max spare mags from 12 to 16 and increased starting mags from 7 to 9. For the Defender variant, so the Defender and the Pummeler have increased max spare mags from 9 to 12 and increased starting mags from 6 to 8. And then we have the Stoker, which have increased spare mags from 10 to 13 and starting mags from 6 to 7. That one has also a little bit of decreased reload duration. And the short mags for the Breaker and Breaker Incendiary have increased spare magazines from 9 to 11 and starting magazines from 6 to 7. And then last but not least, the Breaker Spray and Pray have increased spare magazines from 16 to 20 and starting magazines 11 to 12.
Yeah, so the Breaker Spray and Pray will have
20 magazines.
20 spare mags.
Yeah.
That is a
lot of pockets.
Amount. Yeah, a lot of pockets. A lot of spraying and praying.
Yes. We do have added a lot of like utility sidearms like grenade pistol and stuff, and also very powerful sidearms like the ultimatum and the missile pistol and like flamethrower pistols and stuff like that. And the more just anti-personnel pistols didn't really match up that well. Yeah. So to make them a little bit more effective, we increased just how much ammo you have. So it can just be, if you need an anti-personnel tool to complement your loadout, you will have a lot of ammo for it. The Verdict have increased max spare magazines from 8 to 10. I don't get away from the spare mags. We're going to keep going.
Yep.
And increased starting magazines from 4 to 6. Increased max spare magazines from 8 to 10. Increased starting magazines from 5 to 6. And lastly, the Redeemer have increased spare magazines from 4 to 6.
Hopefully, because that's one of the reasons, at least to use Talon, for example, is you basically have unlimited ammo, but you give up some burst potential for that. But with this, you have more.
Exactly.
Like the Verdict is very interesting when you have 10 mags.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it might not be like as powerful as an ultimatum, and but it still will be like it has more versatility in what it can do.
For me, when I play, it's like you can also take a bit more different primary weapons if you have a secondary that actually is pretty decent powerful and with a lot of mags.
Yeah, exactly.
Because some people have said use the Talon that way. It's like a pocket primary. And then it gives you more loadout variety in the primary slot.
Eagle Napalm Airstrike. It was not used as much as the other one, so we just looked at, can we make this more appealing and maybe a bit more juicier and cooler? So
and a napalm strafing around it, like
it should be.
It's not. It's cool, right?
Yeah. So we increased explosion radius from 8 to 10, and then we also spread out the patterns a bit the bombs in the pattern a bit more because otherwise they will just overlap.
Yeah, so more fire.
Yeah, and we also changed the VFX of it so it's a bit more juicy.
Because that matters.
That matters. Yeah.
How juicy it is, it matters.
Yeah, you just want to see it like go up in flames.
We've done some fixes to how the enemies interact with vehicles. So, for example, with exosuit and tanks, when you drop that in, or like when you call it in, it comes flying,
And then
enemies
the
can
tank is
start.
like, oh, that's a nice exosuit.
Yeah, shoots it while it's in there, or when it drops down before you get into it. But now they won't care about it until you have entered it once.
Yeah.
Okay, so with some that makes sense. With some of them, that makes sense. Because they're just so stupid that they might not realize that it is something to attack until it has moved. However, with some of the smarter enemies, I think it doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, if they attack them just because they know that you could use them to create more thing, then they would specifically want to make it as hard as possible for you to get in there. They would attack it. I know it's like fun of the game is maybe a little hindered by that, but I mean, Helldivers is a game about it's chaos because it's realism. And out there, you will die, and if you don't watch where you're aiming, you will kill people. If other people don't know where you're aiming, you're gonna get hit by bullets from other people. The things are unfair because they just want to screw you over as much as they possibly can. So I'm kind of split on that decision.
So when you call it in, it's safe as it can be on a battlefield, but they won't actually target it.
Okay.
But then you jump into it, and if you jump out or stay inside it, then they would care about it.
Okay.
We also fixed so when you call in, for example, an exosuit, and sometimes it can get stuck in a tree.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that.
Just standing up there, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's so annoying. When you just can't jump up in order to get in the thing. It's happened to me mainly once where I was on the illuminated front alone. I really needed the exosuit. And it dropped perfectly on one of those walls. And because it wasn't technically walking, it wasn't able to destroy the wall. And it was so high I couldn't get in. And when I then had the idea of using my recoilless rifle to blow up the wall, it blew up the exosuit as well. So that is something I like. Especially because the people dropping it makes sense that they look where they're dropping it so that you can actually access it.
Right. How am I going to get up there, man?
Yeah, now it will destroy the tree.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that kind of makes sense, like big thing coming down, yeah.
Yeah, it will be much easier to call them in a forest. Your weapons, like the spear, won't lock onto it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
What is that?
you wanted to shoot the
Exactly,
gator
yeah.
with your spear, but it won't now.
Yeah.
And we have increased the speed of it.
That's not a fortress. What is that? I have not seen that yet. That looks so cool.
People did complain that it was very slow.
Yeah.
It was meant to be slow, but maybe we overdid it. More ammo capacity, health, also does more knockback and impact damage when you ram something.
And harder to roll around.
Yeah, we made some physics adjustments, so it's harder for it to roll sideways, and it can end up in a not a drivable state. So the exostorms, there's 3 levels of it, right? 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
2 and 3 now actually have tornadoes. And when you say, oh, tornadoes, do they do tornado-y things? Throw around a lot of stuff?
Yeah.
They do.
They do.
Yes, even enemies.
Even enemies.
Yes,
Nice.
and
So you can-
most certainly you.
Yeah, I've noticed them,
So
but
it's
I
like
have
cows
obviously
flying.
avoided the giant tornado in order to not die. My teammates, however, weren't that smart. I've recently played 2 games with someone. I had to reinforce literally once every minute. And we couldn't make any progress because I alone wasn't strong enough to shoot my way through the enemies and work my way through the enemies to the next thing. And they constantly went back to get their stuff after they died and just ran right into the enemies and died and again 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 and again. It was so annoying.
We
Yeah.
had cows.
And if you find a cow,
Yeah.
it would get.
Let us know.
Yeah. Put it into a tornado. And if you want to know more about all of that, you can read the full patch notes on PlayStation.com or on Steam. So divers, we'll see you on the battlefield.
I just have butted themselves. Did they always do that, or
PlayStation.
the first one of those? Okay. Here we go. So the next thing is Deep Dive Battle for the Gateway Planet. So let's look at that. I wonder what that is.
Illuminate attack! Fresh horrors are mounting another assault on Rurga Bay, trying to prevent Super Earth from venturing into the void. Promoting the most experienced Helldivers and deploying Seath, High Command seeks to curb this undemocratic aggression from threats devoid of liberty.
The Super Earth Armed Forces, or the SEAF, can now deploy anywhere in the Galactic War. Fighting next to a real Helldiver is the biggest honor a SEAF can imagine. It's like meeting your favorite rock star and then getting to play a set together. They've also been updated with new defined squad roles. First, we have the squad leader, responsible for leading the SEAF across the front lines and give them tactical orders. Next, we have the rifleman, trustworthy boots on the ground, armed with the ever-democratic Liberator. The specialist, the heavy support squad member, armed with a machine gun and an expendable anti-tank launcher. Last but not least, the medic, armed with their Defender SMG, the stim pistols and stim injectors. They are responsible for keeping their fellow SEAFs and you, the Helldivers, in fighting condition. When you fight on a planet with the heavy SEAF presence tag, the SEAF will monitor the progress of the Helldivers and send in squads in Pelicans to support. When deployed, they will push towards objectives and counterattack enemy incursions. And remember, you can hug every SEAF.
We have doubled the level cap from 150 to 300. If you are a veteran diver who's been diving a lot while capped at 150, do not worry. We've been tracking you very closely. When you log back in, a new rank will be attributed to you based on the experience that you have gained while capped.
This is a horror experience. These are the new abominations that the Illuminates have created. We've had the Voteless roaming around here and there. They are kind of the creations of the Illuminates that were made just as the invasion started. And now they've been working on more refined things, more nasty things. What you need to focus on is keep shooting and moving and don't stay at one place for too long. Because these enemies are one of two parts. Either they soak up a lot or you have to break them down. Wherever you stand still, enemies will just keep flowing into that area. The wretch is made out of the limbs of democracy. To keep them down, you want to aim for the limbs, you want to aim for every other part than the head. The Crusher is on a death march. It's
Okay, good to know, because I've been aiming at their head and constantly seeing them keep fighting without the head, and I was like, what the fuck? So the limbs are actually the smart thing, not the head. Good to know.
just keeps going and it just keeps walking towards you. You have to keep attacking it with everything you have, because the second you stop looking at it, the second you stop attacking it, it regenerates. So these are creatures that are born in the void, and because the void can appear anywhere, they can appear anywhere.
PlayStation.
Then we still have to Kastan Creed. I don't know how you cannot love this game if you like anything about shooting, chaos, whatever. It's also fun, all the like Warhammer 40k and Helldivers collaboration stuff. Also the like fan-made stuff, which was way before that. So funny because remember, Helldivers is a game built on chaos. And Warhammer hates chaos. Okay, so that was it. Go. I already watched all that, so that's I was fine with that music there. That was really cool. Yeah. Now you know about the new stuff of Helldivers and what my thoughts on it are. See ya.